The biggest habit we need to break in order to create our dream life is the habit of being ourselves. And one of the most powerful factors influencing us to change is our environment, and more specifically, the people around us. You probably know the quote, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." In times of content consumption, it's probably more like, you are the average of the 5 people whose content you consume the most. In mid-2020, I got into the habit of taking long walks while listening to YouTube videos and podcasts. I've spent literally hundreds of hours walking through nature or my hometown while listening to people like Jordan Peterson, Hamza, and Chris Williamson. And while I was walking all this time, enjoying my surroundings, I was listening to these smart men and burning their thought patterns, ideas, and knowledge into my head. I would say that those walks were a better education than my entire 12 years of school. You can choose who you want to become by the content you consume. And I think the big advantage I had was that I wasn't sitting in my basement all day looking at the little black screen like you probably are right now. I was actually moving, watching trees and birds, and getting some sunlight in my eyes, while I had time reflecting on my life, getting new ideas, learning new things, and completely reshaping my views on nearly everything. The internet gives us the opportunity to listen to people who have much more life experience than us and who have completely different perspectives on life. But instead, many fall into the trap of binge-watching hours of TikTok clips or YouTube videos. The internet can be your best friend and your worst enemy, and you can decide which of the two it should be. You can change your addiction from soulless short-form content to educational long-form content, and upgrade your experience with the internet by a huge amount. Brainwashing yourself into new ideas, and in the second step, improving your life in the real world is a better life journey than staying in the endless loop of addictive so-called entertainment that grips you only because they give you a quick dopamine hit. The habit of constantly updating our belief systems by listening to a lot of different perspectives and ideas, especially when we never heard them before, and then filter them through a filter of critical thinking, can be life-changing, and for some even life-saving. Because most of what you believe, and therefore do, is just the result that you were born into a certain family at a certain time in a certain place, and not because they were tailored to you as an individual. And if you never start to wrestle with new ideas from time to time, you will act out the ever same beliefs, make the same mistakes, run into the same corners, and more importantly, you will not even realize which opportunities you are missing out on. Free education is abundant all over the internet. It's the desire to learn that's scarce. Naval Ravikant. Not expanding the own knowledge horizon is probably one of the greatest opportunity costs in the world. So try to get addicted to learning new things and improving your ideas. And if you don't know where to start, you can take a look at the Better Human School community, in which I collected the best pieces of content I've encountered in my last 3 years of content consumption. You can go there by clicking the first link in the bio.